Good late afternoon. I'm hoping my kids stay in the backyard. I am coming in today to start something that I've been thinking about for a little while and been planning out for a little bit. Last week, I met with Kendra Armstrong, who is our silver. She is awesome, and she had a really great idea. She brought up to me a class that we did last year, and the class that we did was the ABCs to RCD. And it's something that we did once. It rocked. Haven't developed it much since then, but I have all of the notes written down on a whiteboard that I took a picture of, and her just saying that to me reminded me that back then, back in the day when we were getting started, what was really important to me was breaking down step by step by step. I think that sometimes as you get going in this business and you start to become a leader and get into a leadership role, you can sometimes forget those ABCs. So I wanted to do, this is inspired by Kendra's idea of doing a video series that kind of touches base on those things that we did last year. Now I'm doing it a little bit different, so that is, from that inspiration, I had an idea to do a series of videos going step by step on what I did in the beginning of this business and what I did consistently and what I've been doing on rinse and repeat ever since I started. And breaking it down into 10 different videos. So I am excited to get back in here with you guys regularly. I'm very excited to break this down and remind myself of what it takes to get to where you want to be. You're always, no matter where you are, going to come back to these basics and come back to these beginnings. So I'm going to time myself. So I'm going to try to keep them within 5 minutes. And I'm just going to break down each little thing. These are all things that I started with and did every month. I still do them. I need to do them more specifically, more intentionally, and exactly the way that I did back then. I'm going to look for my little chat here. Give me 1 second. Video only mode. Viewers. Hi, Wendy. I'm thinking this is where it is. Anyways, okay, so day one, hello. Day one is day one of a series of the 10 videos on the steps that it took for me to get locked in and inspired in this business. The sun and the clouds are like fighting right now, so there's flashes of bright light and then like cloudiness, so I hope you can see me. I want to talk to you about what helped me to get educated and organized. So when you're getting started in this business, it feels crazy. I don't know about you guys, but when I first started, I felt like I was going in 50 directions and I had so much to keep track of and I just didn't know how to do it. So I had to learn how to keep track and organized of my organization and my business as it was growing. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that in this series. I'm going to talk to you about my favorite resources. So that's going to be apps, that's going to be books, that's going to be all those things that I really love and that have helped me and helped us, helped all of us, but breaking it down into the very specifics of what I really focused myself on when I got started. And the reason why I love this business and will pursue it with all of my heart until the end of time, because I love it that much. So day one is your why. I'm starting my 5-minute timer. Okay, so you guys need to really focus on your why. I know that you've probably done this in boot camps. I'm sure that you've heard about this in other pages. Maybe you read about it in an inspirational book. Maybe you've read about it in a leadership book. Whatever the case is, you'll hear people talk about this why. Now, your why is so important. And sometimes you think, well, duh, my why is that I want to be healthy. My why is that I want to get toxic things out of my home. My why is that I want to pursue something for myself. My why is that I want to develop personally. My why is that I want to make money. My why is that I want to get out of debt. My why is that I want to be with my family more. My why is that I want to see my kids. My why is that I don't want to go back to school back to work after maternity leave. You can have this big thing and each of the little whys will click off in a light bulb like, duh, I don't need to write that down. I don't need to focus on that. I don't need to break it down. It is what it is. It's obvious. But if you think about your why and you break it down specifically, you're going to find that you have a better understanding of exactly what you get up in the morning to do each day. It'll be what drives you. It'll be what motivates you. It will be what keeps you on track when you feel like you're derailed. Maybe you feel unmotivated. Maybe something comes up that makes you uncomfortable. Maybe something comes up that's hard and challenging. Whatever the case is, your why is going to bring you back to what you're doing, and it will get you up and going each day regardless of those hiccups and those things that can happen. So take a piece of paper. I see that there's people talking, but I literally can't see it. So not sure why. I see Wendy said hi, and I see other things popping up, but I'm going to keep going. Okay, so get a piece of paper. I'll give you like 5 seconds to get a piece of paper. Oh, I see hearts. Hello. Was that my mom? Hi, Mom. So grab a piece of paper. Everybody grab a piece of actual paper. If you've got like a piece of paper around you anywhere, do that. If you're on your phone, take notes. Anyways, grab a piece of paper. You're going to write my why on the top of the piece of paper. Then you're going to write who, leave 2 or 3 lines, write where, leave some space, write what, leave some space, when, space, how, space. So you need to break down this why so that you really have a full understanding of exactly what it is that's driving you to pursue this business. You need to write your who. So who? Is it your kids that you want to pursue this for? Is it the health? That's your what. Start with the who. Your kids, your family. Is it to help your friends? Is it to keep your husband around you guys more? Is it to bring him home from work? Is it to spend more time with your wife? Is it to be able to go fishing in the middle of the day with your kids? Like, who are the people that are your most important whys? Your siblings, your grandparents, I'm going to tell you that when I started, it was my parents, my grandparents, my in-laws, my kids, my husband, friends. I'm going to add that in there. And siblings. Like all the people in my life that I could think of that I either wanted to help financially, help with their health, get them into this business so we could build those relationships, whatever it was, those were my who's. Put all their names down. All the people that you love and that you are doing this for, or that you have visions for the future with this business. Your where. So what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Do you want to travel? Maybe you want to move out of your town. Maybe you want to move back to your hometown. Maybe you want to buy a new house. Maybe you want to pick up and go wherever you want each day. You just want to have the freedom to hop on a plane. You want to have the freedom to go and do something somewhere else. What is the where? Where do you want? Maybe you want to go to Hawaii. Maybe you've never been to another province. Like, what is the where? Where do you want to go? It could be one thing, could be 5 things, could be new house, new rental, new location. Find your where. Your what. What is your what? What do you want to do? What would you do if you had your health and money? What if you had a financial freedom to get a what? What would you buy? Would you get a new boat? Would you get new clothes for your kids? Would you pay for a private school? Would you get a different car? Would you upgrade your car? What would you do? What's your what for pursuing this business? It can be one big ticket item. Maybe your first goal is that you want to get a new car. Put that down. Your when. Do you want to do that now? Or do you want to do that at retirement? Do you want to wait until you're 60 to get your who and your where and your what? Or do you want to do it now? Or within 5 years? Or maybe within 10 years? But something closer than what retirement is going to bring you. So what's your when? My when is I have a 5-year plan to hit RCD. So when I do my when, I've got 5 years ticking down on the clock. I'm down 1. I'm getting there. So what's your when? And your how. So when I think about the how of a why, I have honed in. I'm on my 5 minutes. So I'm out of time. But my how is the first thing that I ever heard from all of the leaders that we talk with and look up to, that teach us and mentor us. The how is to do what the successful people have done before you. That's all you have to do. You don't need to reinvent anything. You don't need to do anything new. The how is to just get up and do it. So what I write for my how is what the successful people have done before you. What you could do is the how is to dig into personal development. Maybe you know that there's something in your life that's holding you back. Maybe it's insecurities. Maybe it's being confident in yourself, in what you're saying and what you're using and what you're talking about. Your how is to maybe, I don't know, do a boot camp. Maybe your how is to do a boot camp. The boot camps are awesome. I think I've done 5 now. but your how. So write down on your piece of paper your why, your who, where, what, when, and how. Dial that in. This is just a quick rundown, but take your time, develop your why, and it will change. Mine has changed for sure. But develop your why, have a clear-cut idea of exactly what it is that you're going to get up and do this for each day. I have multiple actually. My why has changed as I've gone along. I've banged off some of those whys now, so that's so incredible. And I would love to see you guys do that too. So make sure you have it dialed in so that you have the satisfaction of going, bam, did that one, bam, did that one. It's so exciting. So get your why, write it down, scribble it down, work it out, think about it maybe for a couple days, print it out on your computer. I wrote it in big bold letters, I centered it, I changed the colors, and I had my why, my who, where, what, when, how. And that is something I put on the wall. It's something that I talked to Phil about. That was the first nerve-wracking thing that I ever did, was to show him a why. He's like, what is that? What do you mean? What is that? So it gave me the opportunity to tell him what a why was. We worked out our own whys, and now mine have changed, and I have accomplished some of those ones. So develop your why is day 1 of this video series. I'm super excited to do more. I have a list of all the days of the things that we're going to talk about, and I will talk to you guys soon. Tell me when you write your why in the comments.